real life.
Ruck up, you're headed to the water. Enemy dropping into the AR.
Changing mags!
All stations green light. We're deploying to the water.
What you know.
Changing mags!
Changing back.
Resurgence. Survive and your team can redeploy. Eliminate targets.
Yeah.
Enemies are dropping into the area. Watch the sky.
Why do you scare the shit out of me?
Gray authorizing UAV mission.
Gotcha.
Enemy
Gotcha,
UAV
buddy.
overhead. Enemy destroyed. Use your tac map to hunt down the rest of them. Enemy dropping into the AR. Mark remaining operators from that squad. Hunt them down.
This gun doesn't register.
Squad mates back on station. Good work. Stand by for redeployment. Squad mate is redeploying. Well done. Your squad's in the safe zone. Gas is closing in. You have reinforcements inbound. redeploying. Well done. You're getting another chance. Weapons free.
I'm good.
Blast trap!
Returning you to the front. Earn this.
This shotgun's purple.
Back on station. Go get after it.
Inserting armor! Changing mags!
Enemy UAV is online.
Enemy spring! Hostile!
Squad to the safe zone. Leave no one behind. Enemy soldier incoming. Headed your way.
Backup. Authorized LGR on strike.
Stand by for redeployment. You have reinforcements inbound.
Doing good.
Redeploying. Five station prices are adjusted. 10 remain, you're almost done here.
Get me.
Changing mags! Enemy spring mine!
One down, one up, one down, one up.
Resurgence is about to end. Make it count. Squad mates back on station. Good work.
Broke their armor! Last mag!
Seven. So like I was saying, controller. So I have back paddles. Then you don't have back paddles or back buttons. You can then attack or really anything else. Another good option that I used to do before I played on my scalp is I would play double claw with my index fingers, so my thumb never had to leave my analog stick. So like I said, whatever you want to run there is personal preference. Then for my sensitivity, I've been running 1.6, 1.6 because they did completely change the scale. It used to be on a scale from 1 to 20 where I percent you for the most. Pulling down, we have up right out for a little bit. These as close to 0 as you possibly can. For the most part, it's really just go against stick drift. For the left stick maximum, I like to run 75. It's a lower threshold to activate your stick faster, so you feel way better with your movement. Then I have 99 on my right stick max, and for my left and right trigger, you want to have both of these set to 0. And sliding over to the aiming tab, at the top we have our 75. It's a lower threshold to activate your stick faster, so you feel way better with your movement. Then I have 99 on my right stick max, and for my left and right trigger, you want to have both of these set to 0. And sliding over to the aiming tab, at the top we have our sensitivity multiplier, which I have 1.0 all the way across the board. We have our look conversion, standard, aiming advanced settings, which is super important. Again, look conversion all standard. ADS sensitivity transition timing we have on instant. And at the top we have our sensitivity multiplier, which I have 1.0 all the way across the board. And then we have our look conversion, standard, aiming advanced settings, which is super important. Again, look conversion all standard. ADS sensitivity transition timing we have on instant. We have third person ADS correction type assist. I don't even know what that is. Aim response curve type, you have to set this to dynamic. It is by far the best setting for this. And have your aim response curve slope scale set to 1.0. And like I said earlier, find whatever sense you feel the most comfortable with, and then come to this setting right here and tweak your ADS. I run 1.6, 1.6, and then for low zoom, 2 to 3, and 4 to 5. Like I said earlier, find whatever sense you feel the most comfortable with, and then come to this setting right here and tweak your ADS sense. Of course, I run 1.6, 1.6, and then for low zoom, 2 to 3, and 4 to 5, I run 0.80, which this is a multiplier on your sensitivity, so I have 0.80 of my 1.6, 1.6, which some people feel is super slow. Like I was saying, lower senses are just always more consistent. Then we have our target aim assist turned on and our ADS aim assist turned on. And then of course for the motion sensor, which some people feel is super slow. Like I was saying, lower senses are just always more consistent. Then we have our target aim assist turned on and our ADS aim assist turned on. And then of course for the motion sensor, that stuff doesn't matter whatsoever. Then for the movement tab at the top, super important, we have our sprint assist. I have it set to tactical sprint assist, which is basically the auto tac sprint from Warzone 1. Then we have our sprint assist delayed to 0 and our sideways and backward both turned on. Then we have the mantle and crouch assist both turned off. But I have it set to tactical sprint assist, which is basically the auto tac sprint from Warzone 1. Then we have our sprint assist delayed to 0 and our sideways and backward both turned on. Then we have the mantle and crouch assist both turned off, but we do have our corner slice turned on. This is the setting that when you walk up to a corner ADS, it kind of makes you do a little lean like Rainbow Six Siege, which I don't really see a reason to turn this off. I don't really see it as a negative. If you want to, you can definitely turn it off. For slide/dive behavior, I have it set to hybrid. This is the setting that lets you both dive and slide if you just click in that left stick. It takes a little bit of time to get used to, but I promise it is by far the best option. Then going down, I have automatic airborne mantle turned off, which I'm pretty sure we have in a different tab. Sprint restore on, slide maintain sprint on, parachute automatic off, mantle cancels reload off. Then for the advanced tab, we have toggle, off, 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 single tap sprint, trigger, and on. And then for the vehicle advanced settings, we have driver control, aim base, short delay, free look, melee, finishing move, and body shield, which I'm pretty sure I've never messed with any of those settings. Then for the combat tab, at the top, we have hold, on toggle, ADS plus down button, ADS plus melee, hold melee, prioritize finishing move, and then for the armor plate, this is actually a really important setting when it comes to Warzone. I know pretty much everybody runs apply all, but for me, I just feel like I have more control and I feel more comfortable running apply 1. For the C4, we have 1 by 1, we have equipment behavior on hold, manual fire behavior on press, and then for the advanced tab, really the only important settings to check in here is the interact/reload behavior and the sprint cancels reload. I like to have it turned off, and then you have to toss this on prioritize interact. This is going to make it so you can tap to reload, tap to loot, and tap to open doors. But if you're standing on a bunch of loot or if you're in a car, you're going to have to hold to reload. Then we have toggle, and for the overlay advanced settings, which again, I don't think I've ever messed with these settings, we have directional, moderate, and default. So now that I got you guys with the controller settings, let's hop directly to the graphic settings. Of course, most of this is going to be PC stuff, but a lot of it does still apply to car. This is going to be whatever you want to monitor. It makes optimal strength set off, low. For the view tab, we still have motion reduction preset turned off, which I have no idea what that even does. For my FOV, I've been running 120 for years. There's this kind of myth around where people believe that 120 does affect your aim assist. I don't believe it. I don't think it's a real thing. But if you do feel better on 110 or 115, you can 100% run that. A super important setting for the ADS FOV, you need to toss this on effective. I feel like a lot of people that Warzone on YouTube, TikTok, Twitch, or anything, don't even know about this. Affected is going to zoom out the gun a little bit and zoom out your screen where you have less visual recoil, while Independent is going to zoom in with the gun, and pretty much every gun is bouncing on your screen. So like I said, make sure you guys toss on Affected. Then we have Weapon FOV on wide, which again, that's going to make the gun a little bit smaller. We have third person on 90, and we have vehicle set to wide as well. We have World and Weapon Motion Blur both turned off. Really no reason to have this turned on unless you're trying to make those specific style TikToks. And then we have first and third person camera movement both set to at least at 50%. We have third person ADS transition to third person ADS, which I don't even know what that does. Inverted flashbang, I have this turned off. Turning this on makes it to where when you get hit by a flash, instead of your screen going bright white, it actually goes black. Which for me, every single time I've ever had this on, I always felt like my game was crashing. And then for the parachute camera perspective, we have first person, but that's pretty much all my controller and graphic settings. So make sure you guys go through and test out everything from actually goes black. Which for me, every single time I've ever had this on, I always felt like my game was crashing. And then for the parachute camera perspective, we have first person, but that's pretty much all my controller and graphic settings. So make sure you guys go through and test out everything from those two tabs. Let me get you guys my audio settings. Starting at the top for the audio, this is pretty much for you and your setup. I run 65, 0, 50, 90, and 30. Like I said, that is completely based off you, your headset. Let me get you guys my audio settings. Starting at the top for the audio, this is pretty much for you and your setup. I run 65, 0, 50, 90, and 30. Like I said, that is completely based off you, your headset, your IEMs, or whatever you're running. And down low, we have default system device, Windows default. Starting at the top for the audio, this is pretty much for you and your setup. I run 65, 0, 50, 90, and 30. Like I said, that is completely based off you, your headset, your IEMs, or whatever you're running. And down low, we have default system device, Windows default off. Super important settings are audio mix, pretty much the only important audio setting. I like to run Sucker Punch. Somebody told me to try it out, and I feel like I hear everything. You can go through and test out everything else, but I promise you, you're gonna like Sucker Punch. Then I have mono audio turned off. If you guys don't know, this is a setting that takes all your directional audio from left, right, above you, below you, and puts it all into one audio channel, so you really can't tell anything apart. So I highly recommend turning this off as well. Then we have off, off, off. And then for the frequency, I have never messed with this at all. Down low, I have on and default. And then for the voice chat, again, this is you and your setup. I have 24 on, all lobby. Then we have off, off, off. And then for the frequency, I have never messed with this at all. Down low, I have on and default. And then for the voice chat, again, this is you and your setup. I have 24 on, all lobby, default system, 50 off, push to talk, but pretty much the only important audio setting is the audio mix, and I like to run Sucker Punch. And then for the interface tab, I have automatic, off, on, off, off. And then for the telemetry, I only run the top two with FPS counter, 50 off, push to talk, but pretty much the only important audio setting is the audio mix, and I like to run Sucker Punch. And then for the interface tab, I have automatic, off, on, off, off. And then for the telemetry, I only run the top three with FPS counter, server latency, and packet loss, so we get to run Sucker Punch. And then for the interface tab, I have automatic, off, on, off, off. And then for the telemetry, I only run the top three with FPS counter, server latency, and packet loss, so if you guys don't get to run Sucker Punch. And then for the interface tab, I have automatic, off, on, off, off. And then for the telemetry, I only run the top three with FPS counter, server latency, and packet loss, which if you guys don't know is the little box in my top left. Then we have default, on, and then for the readability, we have off, custom subtitles, which I've never really messed with that at all, default 0, default, and then for the color customization, I run default. All of this I've never really messed with, but if you want to, you can go through and make these more vibrant. Same thing for the squad member colors. And then for the bottom, I do run color filter 2 on both targets for world and interface, both set to 100. You guys ask me all the time how I make my game so clean and so vibrant, and this is one of the main reasons, because I actually don't run any NVIDIA filters. Then for the gameplay HUD, I actually have my HUD map zoomed all the way in, so my mini-map is a little bit closer to the center of the screen, so my eyes don't have to move as far. Super sweaty and not really necessary, but if you want to, we can copy it. Then we have square mini-map, absolutely essential. Then we have mini-map rotation turned on. And make sure you guys have the radar setting turned off. Because if you guys can see it on the screen on the mini-map, you can actually see the map. But if you turn the radar on, it completely wipes that away and makes it like a white background. Then we have compass on horizontal, map assist on auto center. Pretty much all these settings are default. We have display near health, which is the stamina bar, which I have been getting comments about. Fade after 10 seconds, on, full name, off, on. Custom ping, never really messed with it. Tilt feed, default, crosshair, very important. I like to run larger and make it a really vibrant color that really catches your eye. I like to run it bright yellow. You could run whatever you want, but the crosshair is super important for your centering, and I think it just makes you way more accurate. Then I have on, and then I have everything for my widgets on 100. But that is all my controller settings, graphic settings, audio settings, and my interface settings.
What's it called? Wait, that was copyright, was it? I got nervous. Didn't say anything.